Welcome back. My name's Dave, and this is Macaro Siding, my in-scale layout. Today we're going to continue on with the bar mills project. We're going to skip the windows. They're all glued together on the. Sorry, let me just flip. They're all glued onto the mylar strip here. I think you can see that. And but they need to be cut off and separated and everything else. And I thought, I'm waiting on a piece of photo equipment so I can do time lapse. I've never done time lapse, and so we're going to leave the windows for the following week where we're going to finish this thing. We've been very busy here the last few days. We've had CBC radio from Sudbury here to do an interview. We've had CTV News television here to do an interview. The CTV News one is out, won't be out until tomorrow on their 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 11:30 news broadcasts. The CBC one has already been on air, and my wife has been sending links to all of these things to everybody on earth. It's been really quite funny. And I'm no television star, as anybody will tell you. So what we're going to do today, instead of doing the windows, we're going to do the trim on that's the main structure, and that activity will be identical to the trim on the smaller structures that are part of the building. So let's get on with it. Now, in the instructions, they say that they recommend that you miter these corners, but they also have the caveat that only do it if you've got the HO model, because the N-scale model is so small that it's very difficult to do. So what we're going to do today is exactly what needs to be done. So the building, that's the top view. Can you see? Can you see that top view? Anyway, there's that cutout at the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the ends first on these. And once the ends are glued in place, then I'm going to do the pieces that go across. And that will mean that when I do the piece that goes across, it will butt up against the ones that are on the side. So, like I say, let's get to it. So, I have my little chopper here. I'll put a link down to where you can get it. I've had other ones, but this one is an industrial one. It's all cast aluminum or milled aluminum. It's got a wonderful grid on it for lining stuff up. You can do angles from left and right with it, and so it's like I say, it's a wonderful little tool, and I will give you a link. There are others that are similar to this one. This one just happens to be the one that I bought. So I am looking for a pencil. There we go. There's my pencil with a very fine tip. So I'm going to turn the building up on its side, and I'm going to mark this. Get out of the chop, and it scoots all the way across the tabletop. So now when I made this, they recommended that you put it on in two pieces, and I thought that's way too much work, and it's finicky as can be. So I glued the two pieces that make up this ridge, basically a ridge cap, ahead of time. So I've got, again, I'm using Aleene's Tacky glue. I'm not going to use super glue because it's I want to have time to align these. The other thing, I don't know if you've seen it. You might have seen it. All my glue bottles are on stands like this, and they're turned upside down in those stands. All I did was search glue bottle holders on the web, and this came up, and it's beautiful, and you can scale it. So it, for my bigger glues, like Gorilla Glue, wood glue, I just scaled it up so it fit the glue. But it means that you don't have to wait until the darn glue is down near the tip again to work. We're going to use toothpicks again, and I'm just going to take this. I gotta look at it, find out where the back is, and then just a little bit of tacky glue. A little bit of tacky glue. And put it in place. Now you want it lined up flush with the top, and in this case flush with the front. And I should be able to, oops, see, that's why I have Aleene's tacky glue, because if I'd made that mistake with super glue, it would be stuck in the wrong place. Now I want to make sure I'm absolutely getting it flush at the front. So that's the first piece. Next piece. Where did there's the piece. So I need two of them, but I'm only going to do one of them at a time, because you never know. Now this one's a little different because you've got, like I have the benefit on the one on the end where if it's too long I can trim it off, but on this one if it's too long, it's too long, and that's it. I'm gonna just put my finger down there so that it doesn't go flying over all over the place. Again, find there it is. Okay, so this is the back. Now, if there are any gaps or anything, I'm just going to take a fine brush and paint in the color where it needs to go on the gaps. And I have, I'm trying to see if it's right here close at hand. I don't see it. I don't see it behind me. So, oh, wait a second. I see it. I'm using I use a Vallejo plastic putty as the gap filler on this model. It's white, and okay, so stick. There you go. That's stuck there. Do the same thing again here. Put it in place. Mark it. Bring it down. Put it right, just in the right place. Just in the right place. There we go. And my one on the end came off. And I need to do, I'm gonna do it the other way, I think. Put the glue on the building. That allows me to put more glue then. And I kind of always want to make sure it's straight. All right. And again, take some glue. Put it on the building because you can get a better bead of glue on the building. Yeah, look at the where are you? There you are. So this is the back. This is the front. There's just the tiniest of a ledge. Okay. Now they give you way more. The kit gives you way more of this stock than you need, and it's true of the bracing. There's lots of extra bracing that you could put in if you wanted to. So, I'm gonna do it once more. Now you could be really OCD and actually take calipers and measure and then mark it and cut it, but at this scale, it's just easier to put it in place, mark it. Oh, wait a minute. I got to think about this. Oh, I do have to think about this. See that? That doesn't need. That only needs to be a little length. It doesn't need to be total, and so does this one. Okay. So now I'm going to have to hold this in place. Put this in place. And what I did there is I just put my nail right where the cut needs to go. I'm glad I caught that, otherwise I'd have to... Oh, I see, they're the same as the other ones there. This one, are they both the same size? Did I just manage to cut those in half? Yeah, they'll work out. They'll work out. Okay, so just a little bit of glue here. Now this stuff dries clear, but if you let it set and get good and tacky, you can just take a little Q-tip and wipe off the excess, which is what I'm about to do here once this is in place. And I'm looking for my little Q-tips here. You know, I buy these on Amazon, and I buy 1,000 at a time. See, and this allows me to go right in here and feather that excess glue off. Sorry if it's out of... No, it's still in camera. Thank you. Okay. Again, some glue. And on this end here, again, I have to look for the edge that sticks out. Here it is. Now the nice thing is that once the glue is set, if it's too long, I'll be able to just take a razor blade and go in there and just lop it off. So we have now all of the sides that go out. So now it is the long pieces. So again, I'm going to start over here because these ones will be tackier, and come on, stop jiggling around. And we'll get this one. My head in the way? Yes, my head's in the way. So, put that over there. Pick up some more glue, dab it on there, spread it out down the edge here. It's amazing how just adding a piece of trim like this sort of finishes it off. I guess that's why they call it trim. But so now I gotta check again. Yep, this is it, and it goes there. Now I'm gonna hold it down and just run the Q-tip in here. As I say, this glue dries clear, but if you've done a lot of this, you know that paint goes on. Yeah, I like that. Paint has a sort of a different finish when it's, ooh, almost messed that up. There we go. Now the ends are exactly where they need to be. So I've got 2 more pieces to do, and that'll be it for this video, because the rest of it is rinse and repeat, as I often say, and it doesn't make for good video. But I'm going to do something at the end of this that I have never done on the channel. At least I'm pretty sure I've never done on there. I've done 212. Yeah, that's it there. Okay. I just wanted to find the front. I've done 212 videos. And I want to thank people for subscribing. We're at 677 the last time I checked. And I really do want to thank people for subscribing. I've often said I don't do this for become a YouTube star, that's for sure. It's not my personality to become a star at anything. Okay, where are you again? Yeah, this is it here. So we put this in place. Oh, did I not mark this right? I'm going to put it on anyway and cut it off once the glue is dry. Probably should have done that on all the corners. There we go. So I have 2 more full lengths, and obviously this is not going to take a lot of trim, and neither is this. This is one here, and one here, and one here. And I won't bore you with me putting the trim on those particular pieces. So, no, I guess there's no trim on the uprights. That's right. Now, I'm going to glue this down anyway, and then we'll see. What they want you to do in the kit is there is a vent that comes up here, goes across, and then goes this way, and they want you to notch that out. I'm going to put the piece of wood in, the trim in place, and then when it comes to put this on, I will notch it out, maybe with a Dremel or something like that, or a very fine razor saw. So anyway, here we go. Last piece for this video. So I'm gonna I'm hoping that the fact that I'm trying to stay within 20 minutes or so is better than a long video. I used to do videos that were really long, and an hour or more, and I wasn't sure whether people were watching. It sometimes depends on how much of a demonstration I'm doing. Again, look for it's this, is it this way? No, it's this way. Oh, no, I was wrong. I was wrong. It's I want that piece sticking out. So it goes like this. Trim does make a difference. I was wondering whether I was going to do all of it or not, but definitely I'm going to do all of it or not. Just getting rid of the excess glue here. Alrighty. So we'll flip this around, and there's the trim in place. Now this one's too long, but I've got a very nice precision saw. It's just up here. I'll just show you. I bought, this is it here. It's a super fine little saw, and made by U-Star. I think I got this from Hobbyist Heaven or Heaven Hobbyists. They weren't expensive, you know, as tools go, and you get 3 handles and about 6 different blade types. So it's definitely worth the price. I'll try and find a link for them and put that in the along with the chopper. I'll put a link for those. I'm pretty sure that's where I got it. Was now the thing I want to do is, and I've said I don't do this. I haven't done this before on the channel. I'm actually going to go and start something and come back. So just give me a second here. So we are going to go over to camera 3. And just to prove to you that I have a running railroad, unless that thing derailed, I can't hear it from here. No, there it is. You just saw it go by. And then we'll go to 5. Okay, train's out of there, and we'll go to 5. And it should come around the corner at the top and goes up, down through the bottom of the screen. Most of my my diesels are of the Huron Central livery, so they're that yellow with black trim. And then back to 3, and you can just see it coming around the corner again and going through the yard. So I want to thank you for watching today. I know it's not that riveting, but it does show you the tasks you need to do when you build one of these craftsman kits. And I think it shows you that you really do need to do like 20 minutes work, half an hour's work, and then stop and let the glue dry, so that it's all, so you're not knocking things off. As I say, I'm going to get a special tripod so I can do some time lapse, and we'll do a time lapse of the windows and the raining doors and stuff going in next week, and that'll be it. It'll be finished when that happens. When all the windows are in these, we'll be able just to glue them on, and that'll be it. It'll be done, except for a sign and some of the vent systems that they want you to have. So, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. As I say, I'll put some links down to the chopper and the saw so that you can go and look. I have a tendency to always put something down there to in case somebody's interested in getting stuff. I buy most of my stuff because I watch other videos and the guys are using tools, and I go, hey, I could use that. So that's why I'm going to make sure I put stuff down in my comments for you. So, thanks for watching. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, and I'll see you here next week with a brand new video. Bye for now.